I just attended my first Tony Robbins seminar, and before you click out of the video, I just have to say it was way different than what I thought it was going to be. So my mom sent me a link earlier today, and she was like, hey, Tony Robbins is having this thing. And then right before it started, she sent me another link and said, hey, did you know that there is a Tony Robbins seminar that's happening? I was like, okay, I've never been to one. I've always heard good things from everybody who's gone, but I just felt like a little bit skeptical of the environment, anything that just has a lot of jumping around or like has a lot of people just kind of like, I don't know, just a lot of that energy stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I was around a lot of that when I was very young and found it to be incredibly manipulative in the environments that I was in. And so I wasn't really keen on coming back into it, but I have to tell you, it was really, really good. I think the thing that you have to appreciate about Tony is that he's not really trying to sell you anything or get you to sell anything. It seems like a sales seminar, but it's actually not. It's actually selling you on you. So in the seminar, some of the things I learned was how to actually identify there are different parts of you that want different things. And there are stories that you have told yourself about yourself that have conditioned you to believe that you are going to struggle through this life. You are going to struggle through this lifetime. And challenges are inevitable. Everybody's going to have challenges. Everybody's going to have problems. I actually love that he said that. He said, everyone's going to have challenges. Everyone's going to have problems. He didn't say this part, but I'd like to say that struggle is a choice, right? To struggle through those challenges is a choice. That is a mental idea that we have in our head where we say, you know what, like I am going to struggle through this. At the end of the day, everyone is dealing with so much. And I think that's been the theme of something that I've talked to you guys about like over the past 30 days. Most of what I've talked about is like there are struggles. People are struggling. Stuff is hard. Life is hard for people. But the idea that you have to get caught up in the mentality that it's going to be tough all the time and not letting yourself believe that like through every adversity is a seed of an equal or greater benefit. Like not letting yourself believe that more is possible on the other side. Not letting yourself believe that you're going to be able to get out of it is actually causing you more pain than the challenge itself. It's the anticipation. It's the bracing of. It's the feeling of I'm not sure if it's going to work or if it's going to make it or if I'm going to make it. And when you put that mentality in your mind, and that's something that Tony really just talked about a lot, which is something that I just honestly from my core, from my body, from my mind, from my energy, from my everything, I believe that to the core of my being. And so when I just heard him say like, you get to decide. And he talks about this a lot. I was always wondering, why are they always jumping around in those seminars? Like, what is it that they're doing? And he talks about how your state of being, the state of your body, your mind, your energy, your effort is really determined by your ability to be able to move energy through your body. And it's funny because it's all work that I have been doing, but I've been doing it separately. One of the things my breathwork coach and my breathwork teacher tells me all the time is he's like, Delina, I know that you love to meditate, but you have to move your body. You have to shake it out. You have to, right? You have to, you have to, you have to breathe. You have to move. You have to shake. That's why I think this idea, we call it somatic movement. Tony Robbins has been doing somatic movement since the beginning of his career, of getting people to jump up and down and getting people to stand up and sit down. And what you're really doing with somatic movement is you are moving energy through your body. It's really just choose an outlet to which you feel the most aligned. Maybe Tony's not your thing, right? Maybe you feel more aligned with it in a breathwork class with a somatic teacher, which, by the way, my teacher teaches. I'll leave his information down below. He's incredible. Quentin is so good. But I find that it's the same lessons packaged in different ways with different teachers, but essentially it's the same thing. Movement and energy, getting your body up, getting your body moving is actually really the goal. We're not meant to have stagnant energy in the body. Stagnant. Have you ever heard of the idea of stagnant blood? Right? Like stagnant blood means the blood is not flowing. If the blood is not flowing, then you're not getting oxygen to certain areas of your body. If it doesn't get oxygen, then that area actually dies or it decays, right? So when we don't move our body, when we don't have these heightened feelings of movement, of energy, right? It's like what we're doing is actually we are having problems connecting to ourselves because we're saying that there are parts that are dying off and we're saying that's fine. And then what happens is we shrink. When we shrink, our capacity shrinks. When our body shrinks, right? When we don't have as much space in the body, we shrink. And if we're shrinking, then mentally we're shrinking. We're believing that we're not capable of more because we're constantly shrinking. So we have to remind our body regularly that it can get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it can do anything and anything is possible. And I think like, even for somebody like me, who tends to really live in this place of possibility, I think it's really interesting because I'm getting to this place now where it's so innately within me that I'm not really rocked by people around me that believe that it's not possible for them. Because I know this. I know that when I think something is possible, it is possible. I know that when someone else thinks it's not possible, it's not possible. I don't think anyone can transform themselves by other people being kind to them outside of them. If you're not kind to yourself, your life will not ever feel fulfilled, ever feel like enough. Someone else being kind to you will not help you with your state of being. Someone else having energy for you, right? Like if I go and run a mile, is that going to help you and your body? No. But if you go and run that mile, even if it's hard, even if it's really tough, is that going to help your body? Absolutely. And so I think like what we want is we want peace, we want pleasure, we want ease, we want things to be easy. And I remember one time seeing, and I'll leave you with this, I remember one time seeing Venus Williams say something that I thought was really profound. And she was basically like, discipline is what gives you freedom. And what she meant by that is, by me getting up every day to go and practice tennis, to go and weightlift, to go and get ready, those things actually gave me the ability to be able to have the life that I have. It also brings calm when you have discipline. It also brings calm. So I think like I spent a lot of time talking about balance and peace and how to find all of these things. And I think that they are very important. But I think that one of the things that Tony brought up today that really brought joy to my own body and mind is the understanding of peace, the inner peace that we find, the state of being that we find that is peaceful actually is the source of energy for us to create, for us to do, for us to give to other people. Because the reality is that we are all connected. And the more that we do for ourselves, the more that we do for other people. You have to remember that you are the most important person. You are the most important person in your own life. And when you take care of you, you can start to take care of other people. When you don't take care of you, you are unable to do anything for anybody. And I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.